You're out for a sunny afternoon walk when your dog abruptly stops, drops their head, and starts enthusiastically ripping up mouthfuls of lawn grass. Most pet owners assume the dog has an upset stomach. The logic is that the dog is intentionally grazing to induce vomiting and find some relief. This assumption was so pervasive that for decades it was the standard explanation from veterinary professionals. However, a 2008 study from UC Davis forced a reevaluation of this belief by looking at the actual frequency of illness in grazing dogs. The researchers discovered that science and common myth were pointing in two very different directions. The study found that 90% of dogs appear perfectly healthy before eating grass. Fewer than 10% exhibit signs of illness. Surprisingly, only 22% actually vomit afterward. Yet the behavior is incredibly widespread, occurring in nearly 80% of dogs. These statistics suggest that for the vast majority of dogs, grazing is not a medical response to feeling sick. This leaves a significant gap in understanding why a healthy dog chooses to do this. We can also rule out nutritional deficiencies. Research shows that adding extra fiber or vegetables to a dog's regular meals has no effect on how often they eat grass. The real driver lies in the modern dog's ancestral connection to wild canids, like the great wolf. Wild wolves are opportunistic scavengers. To survive, they consume the entire body of their prey, including stomachs filled with raw plant matter. In the wild, eating long, fibrous strands of grass served a specific purpose, purging intestinal parasites like worms from the animal system. Your dog's urge to graze is a direct inheritance, a survival program that is still running thousands of years after its original purpose. If dogs aren't trying to be sick, we still have to account for why grazing occasionally triggers a vomit cycle. It starts with basic biology. Domestic dogs lack the specific enzymes required to break down the tough fibers found in raw grass. When a dog swallows unchewed blades, the grass physically tickles the throat and stomach lining. This mechanical irritation triggers a reflex that induces vomiting. But most dogs graze simply because they enjoy it. Data from the Monell Chemical Sensus Center shows that dogs have specific taste receptors for water, making the moisture on morning grass highly palatable. Boredom also plays a role through the attention loop. A dog might learn that nibbling on the lawn is a guaranteed way to get their owner to rush over and interact with them. This behavior is usually driven by a search for taste or attention, with vomiting occurring only as a physical reaction to the texture of the grass. For most owners, seeing a dog take a few bites of grass is no cause for alarm. It is a benign, instinctive habit. During casual grazing, the dog is noticeably calm. They sniff carefully, select specific blades of grass, and keep their physical posture relaxed. The behavior to watch for is panic grazing. This is characterized by frantic, erratic snapping at the grass without any careful selection. This urgency is often paired with signs of actual distress, such as lip smacking, excessive drooling, or gulping without chewing. Focusing on how a dog grazes provides a much clearer picture of their health than the simple fact that they are eating grass. While grass itself is generally safe, urban and suburban environments where it grows introduce invisible threats. Manicured lawns and public parks are often treated with chemicals like pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers that are toxic to pets. Damp grass can also harbor biological hazards. Lungworm, for instance, is a dangerous parasite transmitted through the slugs and snails that live in these green spaces. Protecting your dog means ensuring grazing spots are chemical-free and maintaining a strict year-round parasite prevention plan. While the ancestral instinct remains harmless, the modern environment places invisible chemical risks on every blade of grass.